channel. Today I'm going to try to help you with the basic statistics. I am not a statistician, but I believe I'll be able to help you to use one of the basic statistical software called Gretl, which will help you to be able to understand and know how this econometrics data analysis is performed. So without wasting my time, I'll first open Gretl. This is it. This is Gretl. I've opened it here. For your information, you can download this from Google. You can search on Google and then you'll find it. So once you open this file, this is the interface. It is not difficult to use. It's user-friendly. It's easy. You'll be able to use it to perform basic regression analysis. You can also use it for vector error correction. You can use it for distributed live model, but it cannot perform ARDO. You can also use it for panel data analysis. So today I'm going to start with basic principles that we need to use for, let's say, time series data analysis. This is what I'm going to start with. First of all, I will first look for a data and then load it into Gretl. There are so many ways you can do it. You can go to File, and then you can also import from this place. You can go to File, and when you go to File, you get for the option. So you can use user file, or there are also sample of data already here. So since I don't want to use data in this system, I'll practically import my own data into Gretl. So without wasting my time, I'll open my data. So I'll go to my desktop. You can see I have a lot of data here. So I'll just look for one of the data here and then input it. So I can hold, I can drag and drop. So once I do that, I will just close this one, but I don't think it will give you the option. So here, once you do it this way, first of all, you click on OK. Do you know why it's just generated this one? Because when I open this file, I'm going to open this file for you to see. I think it needs some few moments to load up because this Excel file is a bit old. So let's wait for it to load up. I believe it should load up soon. So you can see from here that I have already given the year range showing that it is a time series data. That is why Gretl was able to detect it. Suppose it was not a time series, it would have requested you to identify and then try to label the data according to how you want it to be in Gretl, whether it's going to be cross-sectional, time series, or panel data. So I'll close it. So here we are already inside Gretl, and I can also view the data here. I can double click on it. It gives me this. You can also check all of them here. The next step you can do here too is that you can also, the first thing, let's say if you want to get the summary statistics or descriptive statistics of the data, I can just, first of all, I can just highlight all of them, or I can also go to, I'll stop highlighting them. I can go to view. If you go to view, you can also get summary statistics here. So first, if I want to remove this thing from here, these variables from this place, I'll just click on the red arrow, meaning that you're taking it out. So I'll start with GDP. I also put my independent variable. What I'm doing now is a multiple regression. So That is, if you don't know about multiple regression, it's a regression which has more than one independent variable. So I'll highlight this one, I'll move it here. I'll highlight this one, move it here. I'll highlight inflation, move it. And also, if I want to put FDI, I'll do that. I don't want to put all the variables, but probably maybe I will just have to put this one too as well, maybe trade openness, and then click on OK. So it will ask you for this. You need show full statistics or show main statistics. So we have to stick with main statistics. So you click on OK, it generates this one for you. And one good aspect of this one is that if you can copy it, please highlight it, and you know how to copy this one. So you just click on this and it will give you the option copy. Please always use the RTF. So you click on this one, you click on OK, and you can open your Word. As I've opened Word here, you first of all paste it here. So if I click on paste, it will come in the form of table. But the table, this is what you have to do. You just have to go into your Word and add the borders to it. Once you add the borders, you can see it looks pretty good. So this is how it works. And because the reason why it is highlighting this one is that external debt, they're not supposed to be together, and trade openness is also not supposed to be together. So I will just do this, and this is supposed to be double N. So this is how it works. And also, so once I have this one, I have my semi-statistics. I'll minimize this one, then I'll close it. If I want to get the correlation matrix, I'll go here again, view, you can see here. Then, because I don't need this one, I need GDP here, I need this one, I need external debts, I need inflation, I need trade openness, I need FDI. I can also do this. You can see it has generated it for me. I would also follow the same step, highlight everything, and then try to copy it. Click on copy. You can see it's already chosen this one. So I'll click on this one, go back here again, and then paste it. If you paste it, you just have to add the borders to it. So I've pasted this one, as you can see here, gives you the option, you add the borders. Good. So now I will just move on to the basic things we are supposed to do under time series. What I'm going to do is that I can also plot the time series graph. So let's say if I take GDP, I'll put it on GDP. You go to view, you can also do the time series plot, or you can right click and then you check. You can see plot times. You can see time series plot here. I'll click on time series. You can see this one, it has already plotted. But you can see I want to add borders to it, and also I want to make some adjustment here. So I'll try to copy this one. Once I try this way, you can see edit. So you edit it by going to, you can also add full border. You can see here, you can click on apply. You can see it has changed. You go to lines, and then also you can go to lines. Here you can adjust it, and you can go to the axis as well and work on it. So for here, maybe I want to change this one into lines and points. So I'll click on this, and maybe I change it to probably this, and also I made this one small to 0.5 so that it will look good. So I'll click on apply, and you can see I'll click on OK. You can see it has changed. It looks nice now. So I'll copy this one as well. You click on copy to clipboard. You can see it's here in color. So you copy this one. I'm not going to name it though, so I'll click on cancel. It's like copy. How do you copy it? Color. So I've copied this one. You can also go to your Word here and paste it. So I'll paste this one here as well. As you can see, once you paste it, you'll be able to adjust it. You can see how nice it looks like here. So I have already plotted my time series, so I can minimize this one, then close it. So what you need to do is that you can do it for all of them here as well. Can do it separately for all of them. So without wasting my time here too as well, I will just do a simple regression analysis, and in the subsequent video, which I will upload later, I will show you other things we can do here as well before we do the multiple linear regression. So first of all, you go to OLS, ordinary least squares. You click on it. Here is for the dependent variable. Let's say I want GDP to be my dependent variable here, and here I want inflation to be here, I want trade openness to be here, I want external debt to be here, I want unemployment rate to be here, I want other variable like FDI to be here as well. So I have done that. You put GDP here and you put this one here. So once you select all your independent variable, you need to click on OK. So you can see here, I have my regression results here, and you notice the interpretation is quite simple. We use the signs to do the interpretation. So since inflation is negative, it shows that it has a negative influence or a negative effect on GDP, or some people will classify it as economic growth. We have trade openness, it's also significant, and we can also say that it has a positive effect on economic growth. We have external debt. External debt is positive and shows that it has a positive effect on economic growth. We have unemployment rate, which shows that it is negative and it has a negative effect on economic growth. We have FDI, and which shows that FDI is positive and indicating that it has a positive effect on economic growth. The economic growth I'm talking about is that I am replacing economic growth with, let's say I'm replacing GDP with economic growth, as people will classify it. So after we are done with this, we can also do the necessary test and check if the model is correctly specified. So what you need to do is that you go to test, then we go to Ramsey reset test, which is used to check for the model specification if it is correctly specified or not correctly specified. So here the p-values must be greater than 5% to accept that the model is correctly specified. Any p-value lower than 5% shows that the model has a problem with the specification. So I'll click on this. We have all options. We have a lot of options here, but usually we go with select all variant here. So you click on it here, and you can see that these are the p-values. It has tested for you can see here squares and cubes. You can see from this place here squares only. You can see from this place to cubes only. So based on their p-values here, you can see here the p-value, it states that 0.231, which shows that 23.1%, which is greater than 5%. This is also 0.194, which is 19%, 19.4%. This is 25.5%, which is greater than 5%. So this shows that our model is correctly specified. So I'll close this one and go here again. We have to check for heteroscedasticity. So the same thing goes here. We can use the white test, we can use the brush pagan. So this place we will stick with the brush pagan test. The same thing, if the p-value is lower than 5%, it shows that there is heteroscedasticity in the receipt. So let's check here. So as you can see here, some people will do run up and say that there is no heteroscedasticity because looking at this place, it shows that there is a heteroscedasticity, which we will deal with it in our next episode or our upcoming episodes. So this place, you can see here we have a problem with heteroscedasticity. I'll close this one and go here again. I'll check for normality here. Click on it. You can see here there is no indication that the error terms are not normally distributed. It shows that indeed the error terms are even distributed because the p-value here is greater than 5%, which shows that 10.37 or 10.4%. Okay, so it shows that the error terms are, or not the error terms, it shows that the residuals are evenly distributed. So I'll close this one and also close this one. I'll go back to the model and go to test again. So you know the chill test, which shows that you know where the break-even point, or if there is a break-even, you know where it happened, you know the year it happened. For my situation, I don't want to say that I know where it happened. So suppose you want to check for a breakpoint in your in the data you're using, please stick with this one. So this test is going to QLR test is going to help you to know if there is any breakpoint at this place. So you can see here we have you can see here it shows that this is the p-value. The p-value shows that it is less than 5%, so there's a breakpoint at somewhere. You can see it says that it happened in 2003. So when you start from this place, 2003 will be somewhere here. So what you need to do is that you would have to, if you really want to try and then build up a good model, you can run from 1995 to this point and also run from 2003 up to the previous or the last end of the data, the range. So I'll close this one as well, and you can also close this one as well. So here we'll go back here again. You can go to test again. You can use the custom squares and the custom test to check for the stability. So I'll click on this one. You can see it shows that with this one, it shows that the model is stable. So you can see here, it shows that the model or the results that you got is stable. The p-value is greater than 5%. So sometimes these ones look good, the custom looks good, but the custom square might have a problem. So let's check that one too and see. So I'll go to the custom squares and click on it. It shows that it also look good. Look, it is not outside any of these boundaries or bound. It shows that it's within it, but even though it touches the line here, so it shows that the model coefficients are stable and they truly reflect the economic interpretation you give for your data analysis. So that is all for today. I believe you've learned something from this place. Usually these ones can also be copied. You can also copy this one as I did earlier on. And here too, one more thing that before I showed, that is all for today. Sorry for ending this thing quickly as we can. One thing I have to say before I end this video is that whatever test you perform also comes under the model that you've constructed or the model that you've estimated. So you can also copy, but you cannot copy half because it's made in a way that you have to highlight everything before you can copy. So you click on copy and then click on this one. You go into your Excel, or now you go into your Word that you've opened. So you can also paste here. So when you paste it, it will come with everything. Here you need to add these ones, and you need to also add these ones. Usually some people don't need this one, they just need this, and they will add the r square and then the adjusted r square. So the r square, it says that 0.97, or some people run up to 0.98, 0.98, so which says that 98% of variation is explained in the dependent variable by the explanatory variables or independent variables, and the adjusted is 97%. So some people can also make this one looks very good by here too. You can also put variables, variable, and this is the constant, and this is the independent variables. So here some people would like to change this one into 3 decimal places or 2, so you can do that by adjusting all these ones. The most important thing for this one is from here you can also add your r square and then r square, r square and then r square adjusted, and you can see the f test, which shows the significance for the overall model is statistically significant, which shows that the model is significant and this model is okay. So thank you for your time and hope to see you soon someday.